All right. So hi everyone. So today we have Anubhav sir with us, and we have Shivani ma'am, who are from Pearl Academy, and they have been associated with Pearl Academy since long. And trust me, when it's 12 a.m. in the midnight, they're always ready to take my call, and they're always ready to help the students from Design Circle. And it has been so far a perfect association with Pearl Academy. So now I have got a lot of questions. So kids, you also have, if you have any kind of question, you can just raise when the question and the answer session will be on. So I will give you the time when you can just raise your hand and sir will answer your question. In the meantime, you can you can just keep yourself mute, and you can always raise your hand if you have any question in between. Just do not start your mic and ask the question. So sir, first of all, the misconception. The misconception is that Pearl Academy is brilliant for fashion design. So what are the courses which is offered in Pearl Academy? Because if I can see it, you have UI UX, you have animation, you have VFX, you have all kind of courses which a good design college offers. So do you also feel that Pearl is for mainly for fashion and other colleges and the other departments are not so taken care of?
Well, okay, so that's an excellent question. I'll start off by saying that Pearl has now completed what, 28 years into the industry, the oldest private design college in the country. And when it started off, about 28 years back, it started as Pearl School of Fashion.
Yes, I
Okay,
remember.
and we have been known for fashion, but over the years as we've progressed, uh, Pearl has become a brand in itself. We do not just reserve ourselves in the field of fashion. For more than a decade and a half now, Pearl has evolved into 4 different schools. One is School of Fashion, which offers all your fashion related courses, be it fashion styling and image design, be it fashion design. Then we have School of Design as a separate school altogether. Now, School of Design offers entire range of communication design courses, which is UI, UX, graphic design. It also offers interior design courses along with spatial designing. It also offers product, accessory, jewelry design courses. So School of Design is a separate entity altogether. Then we have School of Media and School of Business. We have School of Contemporary Media, which offers courses into modern media, into journalism, mass communication, events, PR. And then we have School of Business, which offers courses into luxury luxury FLBM. Sorry, I'm so used to the short forms. Fashion, lifestyle, business management, and luxury brands. These are the courses that we offer. In fact, the School of Business our PG courses of luxury is also a PGDM, which is now accredited by the AICTE from Pearl Academy. So these are the 4 schools broadly that we cater to, and we are not limited to design. Yes, I will take that credit that yes, we are the 4 front runners and the leaders in fashion. But at the same time, the times have changed over the last 1.5 decades, so more than 15 years. We've been into School of Design, School of Business, School of Media, and we offer all the other courses. In fact, the highest packages that the kids have got has been from School of Design consistently for the last 3 years. So you're on mute.
Yes. So yes, sir. One thing that you have 2 different courses. One is fashion communication, and you have communication design. There are 2 different courses offered in Pearl Academy. So even मैं भी लड़खड़ा जाता हूँ बीच में कि मैं difference क्या है इसमें दोनों में समझाने में. So what is the difference between fashion communication offered by Pearl and communication design offered by Pearl Academy?
So communication design is so fashion communication and communication design. While fashion communication falls under my School of Media, my communication design falls under my School of Design.
Okay.
So a communication design is a course where the students can opt and choose to learn about graphic designing, about UI, UX. It is all about designing softwares, website design, wherein basically we are making it a user interface friendly, design designing websites which talks about user experience, while fashion communication is more to do with the various types of communications that we use, which is the written mode of communication or the spoken mode of communication. It is more media oriented when we talk about fashion communication. And here the student learns about fashion as a particular subject and then becomes a person who will then talk about fashion or write about fashion. He can be a part of, so he can be a creative writer, he can be a subject writer with a magazine, with a newspaper, with a TV channel, and so on and so forth. So they're very two distinct lines.
Now you have clarified between these two courses. If a student is willing to go for a styling, but as well as they also want to do fashion communication, so is it a good option to go for FSID, fashion style and image design, or they should go for fashion communication?
You said the kid wants to do both. He wants to do a fashion styling also and
part of communication also. They're not only willing for hair, makeup and styling, but they want to expand their horizon for the other courses in computer also, graphics also, and photography also. So they should go for fashion communication or styling course.
See, we always encourage students to choose one major as a course. Now, when we say fashion styling is all about the unknown face behind all the major personalities that we see around the world. Okay, we have this the look of Kangana Ranaut in the movie Queen, or the look of Aishwarya Rai when she walked on the Cannes Festival with a purple lipstick. These were all iconic statements that were made by these celebrities. But the name behind these celebrities are the ones who are fashion stylists. They are the ones who style these people. So learning about fashion styling will also help you learn about the fashion industry as a whole, and will hone your skills if you want to get into that line. While if you are a good orator or if you are a good writer, then fashion communication comes naturally. It can be taken as an additional thing. We always encourage our students to have a multidisciplinary learning. Okay. So they are absolutely free to sit in the classes for School of Media or in the School of Design, wherein they can hone their skills to write about it. So in both the cases, the element is fashion.
Okay.
So if they learn about fashion, they want to understand what their breadwinner has to be, whether they want to write as a breadwinner or whether they want to style people as a breadwinner. And then the other course can be taken as a minor and can be done during the interdisciplinary course.
Okay. So now I'm going to talk about two more courses because I get a lot of inquiry, and since the time I announced that we are going to have a session with Pearl, so I had two major concerns. One about interior design. See, there are so many interior design colleges, and now they're quite unsure that the interior is interior designing, interior styling, or it's more of interior architecture. So what Pearl is offering in interiors?
Okay, so what Pearl offers is basically an amalgamation of the two. We have to understand that there are two very specific roles. One is that of an architect. An architect is the one who designs the hardcore structure of a building. And then there is an interior decorator who designs the interior of a place. While at Pearl, we married the two. When I say we married the two is because we give you enough knowledge of the architectural outlook of the building structure, of the beams, of the space that is being utilized, and the nomenclature that the architects use. So that while you're talking to an architect, he knows that you understand his terminology. And while at the same time, you can understand what structures are removable and what structures are not removable. Because an interior designer doesn't understand the structural bit of it. While we ensure that when you understand this, you can, without changing the foundations of a particular building, can change the entire interior of a particular building or a house or an office. So that is what the interior design and spatial design means in our course.
Okay. So it's going to be a semi-technical course, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
All right. So the student who are passing out from Pearl Academy as an interior designer, so they will be an interior designer and not only restricted to interior styling.
No, they will not be. The reason they're called designers is because they can redesign the entire space. They will create their own boundaries and change the existing structure of that place.
Okay. Now, last question related with my question. Basically, students' question will come later on. But yes, my question is that Pearl has a various courses of 3 years in fashion business management, FBM courses. So a lot of students ask me, they are quite interested for fashion business management, but even I am not able to understand and explain them well that how a student who is a 20-year-old student will be a manager in the field of fashion. So how fashion business management courses will help the student to achieve what they want to do in the core area of management in design.
Okay. So firstly, what we have to understand is that this is a core management course. Okay. The way for an undergraduate, we talk about a BBA, and for a postgraduate, we talk about an MBA. It covers all aspects of the business. It covers right from accounting to marketing to finance to sales to HR. All the aspects are covered of a management course. The way about 20 years back, we used to go to a general physician for everything and anything, and today we go and search for a ortho if we have
Specialized.
So it is specialized. What we are doing is that we are taking that learning of a BBA or an MBA, the management course per se, and we're focusing on fashion as an industry, because this industry has leaps and bounds to grow yet. We're growing at 30% CAGR every year, and the growth for the next 20 years is still way far ahead. The two markets which are still very much untapped from the fashion industry is one is luxury.
Yes.
Which is very, very untapped in India still. And what we're doing is that we're giving the students so not every student, another misconception that I want to clear here is that when students want to get into fashion, they only think about fashion design. They don't even understand the difference between fashion design, fashion styling, or a fashion business. If you're passionate about fashion, you don't necessarily have to design clothes, or you don't necessarily have to style somebody. You can own a fashion. You can own by becoming a business, by doing a business course. You can be an owner, you can manage somebody's business, and that's what it is all about.
Okay. So if a student is doing fashion business management, so they can specialize in that they want to get in the field of management in product or interiors or fashion, or they will be a wholesome thing, they will be getting the idea of the business.
They will get, so again, what we have to understand here is that the core is management. Okay. If we understand how to manage a fashion business, we understand how to manage a business. Now that can be a fashion of products, that can be a fashion of clothes, that can be a fashion of accessories or jewelries. All right. It really doesn't make a difference.
All right. Thank you for clarifying about the courses. Student can ask you the question later on, but yes, I'll move to the degrees and then we'll move to international collaboration, but I'll start with the international collaboration first. So for first, please let me know that like a lot of colleges say that we have 2+2 year, 2+1 year. So what all are there is being offered by Pearl Academy. Now Pearl Academy is an international college and you have a lot of collaboration. So which all colleges student can go and for what duration, and what are the benefits and cost involved in it?
So, okay, let me start with saying that Pearl Academy carries on its shoulder the weight of global university systems. We are a part of global university systems, what we call as GUS. GUS is an international organization which owns and operates about 25 international universities across the world. Okay, two of them being in India, Pearl being one of them. We have collaborations with obviously our partner universities. So once you get into one of the universities, it becomes easier as a stepping stone to move into any of the other 24 universities across the world. But at the same time, we have a 3+1 option available for each student. Eventually, what generally happens in any international transfer for a student is that the international university chooses and picks students that they want to enroll. One
Okay.
of the advantages of working with Pearl is that Pearl's curriculum has been mapped with 5 university curriculums in UK and Australia.
Right.
Okay. Now, when I say mapped, it is absolutely identical. And the credits that the students earn while studying at Pearl are honored in all of these 5 universities. And the student can choose to do the final year from the international university and will still be awarded a 4-year degree.
So that will be a degree, international degree, which is totally valid in India.
International degree by any of the 5 institutions. There is one in Australia by Torrens University, and there are 4 in UK, NTU, which is Nottingham Trent University, Derby University, University of Creative Arts, and one more, 5 universities.
Okay, so it means that if suppose a student is doing fashion design course, they can choose between any of these 5, or if a fashion design student will get that, okay, you will go to that university only, or they can go to any 5.
They can choose between any of the 5 universities, provided that course is offered by that university. But since you mentioned fashion, it is offered by all 5 of them, and they can choose to move into any one of them. Torrens offers a bachelor's in design and for that particular course.
So apart from the tuition fees, what extra cost is involved if we go to international colleges?
So in international college, you will have to take care of your travel and stay for that particular university. One of the biggest advantages of moving into UK is that, and the reason that we've tied up with 4 universities in UK, that the UK laws are now a little more lenient, where students studying are given an opportunity to work 48 hours in case they are willing to work and earn for their own tuition fee while they're staying there, or take up their own expenses, and also gives them a work permit if they've studied for 1 year in UK.
So it means that if they're going for 1 year exchange, they can get a 1 year study visa. I mean, one year working visa also.
Work visa. Not 1, I guess 2 years work visa.
So even if they are going for 1 year
as a study, they will get a work visa on completion of that 1 year at there, and they will obviously be a degree holder from that particular university. In so the last one was Manchester Metropolitan University. So either MMU, UCA, NTU, or Derby, wherever they want to go, they can choose, and they if they want to work there, they can.
And the cost will be.
The cost is lower than the regular courses that they offer there, because it's a collaboration with Pearl. Their regular fees is obviously mentioned on our website. I will request Shivani if you can copy that link of international universities and paste, so that students can look at this. And okay, I've done it. Sorry. So this is, everybody can move on to the chat and see it, and they will have an idea of which are the other universities, how do we take an international transfer, and what are the degrees that these guys offer.
All right. So coming back to Pearl India. So in Pearl, we have, I guess, Pearl Delhi, Pearl Mumbai, Pearl Jaipur, Pearl Bangalore.
Yes. So currently we have 5 campuses. We have 2 in Delhi. One is Delhi West, which is based out of Rajouri. We have Delhi South, which is based out of New Friends Colony. We have one in Jaipur, one in Mumbai, and one in Bangalore. Yes, 5 campuses currently.
Or kindly put the light on the degrees they will be getting and what.
So currently, so that's a $1 million question that you asked, Sumit, and I always look at the need of the student while answering that question. There are always just 3 alternatives when a student gets into a university or a college to pursue undergraduate or postgraduate courses. Need 1 is that they want to do their master's after doing the undergraduate course. Either that master's is Indian or international. The second is that they want to work and they want to be employable in the industry or whatever professional, and this is a professional course, so they would definitely want to be employable. And the third need is that they want to start their own setup, or they want to start their own business. So we looked at all these 3 needs of the student and the parent, and we wanted to fulfill all these 3 needs for anybody while they're looking here. I'll start with the last one. If you're looking at starting your own business, you need a very strong foundation, and you are offered a Pearl professional diploma on the completion of 4 years from Pearl, okay? Which will help you. Basically, the diploma doesn't do anything. It is the knowledge that you gain over the past 4 years that helps you start your own business. While if you look at the second option, whether it is employable, yes, absolutely employable. Very proud to say that Pearl still holds a very high name in the industry. One of the biggest advantage is that every top-notch CEO, recruiter, label has been a Pearl student because of the 28 years of legacy that Pearl has and the affinity towards their own school students. And we get a lot of people who are employed by these. Every year, we are able to employ 99% to 100% of our students across all streams. The last need is to do higher education. Now, whether you want to do a higher education international or in India, if you're looking at doing a higher education internationally, we're giving you an option to do the 4th year from any one of the partner universities. You get an international degree while you're an undergraduate. It helps you as a stepping stone to do a master's internationally, because that degree is valid across the world and you can choose to do your master's from any country, irrespective. While if you're studying in India and if you want to do your post-graduation in India, what we encourage our students, and we make it mandatory for all the undergraduate students who are 12th pass to come into Pearl, is that we enroll them into a distance learning program from the regular university. So if you're in Delhi, we enroll you to Delhi University. If you're from Mumbai, we enroll you to Mumbai University. If you're from Bangalore, we enroll you to Bangalore University. We get the students to complete a BA or a BCom, which is a 3-year undergraduate degree from the respective university, and which makes you eligible for a postgraduate in India from any university that you're looking for. Okay. While if you're studying at Jaipur, we are affiliated to RISU, which is the Rajasthan Skills University. So you get a bachelor's in design or a bachelor's in vocational, depending on what you choose to, from Rajasthan Skills University, and you get a 4-year bachelor's in design degree from Rajasthan. So basically, we cover all bases and say if the student wants to study in India, they should be able to. Further, if they want to study internationally, they should be able to. And if the student wants to be employable, do we make our students employable, or they want to start up their own business? So basically, coming back to your question, Sumit, the moment the student steps out of Pearl Academy, they get 2 degrees and a diploma. So they get a professional diploma from Pearl, they get an Indian degree from the Delhi University, Mumbai, or a Bangalore University, or a BDES from Rajasthan University, and they have an option to do a bachelor's degree from any one of the international universities.
So if they have planned to go to outside India, that I'll be doing my 4th year internationally, so it means that they should not go for the Indian degree.
No, we don't encourage them not to do the Indian degree. It is a 3-year degree. By the time you finish your 3 years, you will hold an additional degree in your hand. And we are the study centers. We have extra classes. We manage the entire expenses. We manage the books. We ensure that the students reach out to give their exam. All you have to do is go and give the exam, and it's a cakewalk.
So we have get a dual degree.
Passed out. Yes, absolutely. You should get a dual degree. You should have an Indian degree. You should have an international degree, and you should have. So you never know the way the world changes every second. Always keep your options open.
Okay. One very important thing is that suppose a student enrolled in 2022 with you, and you have said that, okay, these are the 5 universities you can go. And after in 2023, you collaborated with 3 more universities. So will the student will be applicable to go to now 8 universities, or only those 5 universities जब उनका 2022 में जब वो enter किए थे और जिस 5 के साथ आपकी tie up थी?
So currently, what happens is that the student can choose from these 5 universities because they've enrolled into this year. In case the student, if the student wants to only do a 3+1 and go into that university in the 4th year, then obviously he will have 8 universities to choose from. Okay. Because any student who's completed 3rd year or till the third year, foundation plus 2 will be applicable to choose with as many universities as we've tied up. And what you said is right, Sumit, we're constantly working on getting more and more universities to tie up with us across Asia, Europe, and America, so that our students have an exposure across.
So when we have spoken about the undergraduation work, one quick question for post-graduation, that what degree they will be getting in post-graduation if they are going for two-year post-graduation course, and what are the courses you are being offered in post-graduation? Very quick question, because I think most of the students are from undergrad only, but since I'm recording the session and post-grad student will be watching it, so I just want to know about two questions. One is that what degree they will be getting in post-grad, and what are the courses which being offered in the post-graduation?
Post-graduation is a diploma. Post-graduation is not a degree. We get a PGTM from AICT, as I said, in management, which is School of Business, and we get a diploma from. Sorry, I'm very bad at recalling names. Let me just quickly tell you the name of the partner university that you will get your PG from.
PG is IIED, Anubhav.
Sorry, thank you, Shivani. Can you elaborate the entire name?
So that's IED, where we have a tie-up for 50 hours. It's a collaboration of 50 hours for now. Till last year we had Domus, but this year onwards we have IED Milan.
All right.
So institute, I don't really remember the full.
IED is a very renowned college in Italy. So
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
All right, understood. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, okay, sir. So now a lot of students have asked about the internship and the placement program. So definitely every college claims that they have the best internship and best placement program, but definitely I know, Anubhav sir, that you have always spoken with the most of the transparent thing about the institution, and you have till now you have given everything picture clear. So to be very honest, how many internships are available for the students who are getting into Pearl, and what are the chances the student get the placement while doing the internship, and the placement, how the placement thing happens? Like a lot of colleges have their own placement cell, but most of the colleges have no placement cell. So what all Pearl has to offer?
See, what Pearl has to offer is, let me take it back, because, the way we have foundation in a year in designing, everything has a foundation to be laid before we get into the end result. So one of the foundations that we have is that all our faculties are encouraged to be actively involved and even working, if they can, in the industry at all given points of time, apart from the teaching hours that they spend at Pearl Academy. What it does is that it keeps us and the industry connected. One of the biggest advantages that we have is that we are very connected to the industry. And while we are connected to the industry, we get a lot of referrals from for internships from the faculties itself. Every faculty has about a few students who are very close to the faculty, who are very active in the class. And that's how it happens that a lot of these internships do not even reach the placement cell. The internships are provided through reference of the faculties so many times. There are students who have to be counseled by the student development and support cell so that they don't quit midway, because I've seen, because what it happens is that a student goes into for an internship in the 6th, 7th semester, and he's offered a job there and he wants to drop. He says, I've got a job. I want to continue with my job. I like the company. I like the people that I've done my internship with. They like me. I want to stay back. We have to counsel them to stay back. Once you complete your 4 years, you want to continue with them. And generally, the placement offers are valid right from internship till the time they pass out of the college, and the day they pass out, they go and join the organization. Having said that, not everybody gets that offer. We have about 200 plus organizations who visit our campuses every year.
Okay.
Who visit our campuses.
Okay.
So who visit our campuses every year, and we have these organizations come and pick up students. See, we have a lot of collaborations within the industry. You very well know about the FDCI collaboration that is very exclusive to Pearl. So for benefit of all the students who are listening to me right now, that FDCI is Fashion Design Council of India, the body that governs the Fashion Design Council, has an exclusive tie-up with Pearl Academy, where the final year students of Pearl Academy get to showcase their collection exclusively along with the Fashion Week, the India Fashion Week that happens, which was either Lotus Fashion Week or Lakme Fashion Week, or whichever fashion week it may be. Every year, the last 2 days are reserved for Pearl Academy students. We have exclusive tie-ups with Amazon. We have exclusive tie-ups with Asian Paints, with Canon, with retailers associations, with Adobe. So across schools, these are so many industry collaborations that we've ensured that one of the, so while we get an internship, there are only two things that we ensure. One is that none of the internship is not paid. All the internships have to be paid. If they want to actually value the work of a student, then the student has to be paid, because they're not free laborers. They're learning, and while they're learning, they're contributing. And if they're contributing, then it has to be a paid internship. And second, we try and get at least 2 internships to a student within this field and the scope of work that they're looking for. So if they're looking at, say, fashion, and if he's looking at only with, say, labels, then we try and get him to internship within labels. And then he can pick and choose. So generally, that is how the internships and placements happen.
All right. So it means you are saying that till the time one student has not been placed, Pearl Academy will hold their hand till the time they get placed, and they will
not only hold their hands for the current year. Our commitment is that any student for the next 5 years from the date he passes out can come back to my placements, and it will be our duty to ensure that he's placed again. There are many times when students choose an option, and after spending 6 months or a year in that organization, we realize that probably this is not the best option for me, and I would like to have a second look. So we have a platform which is very similar to LinkedIn. If the students here are on LinkedIn, it is absolutely a similar platform on LinkedIn, wherein students post their resumes or their profiles, which are uploaded. At the same time, an organization who's coming and visiting Pearl places their profile and the requirements which are there. The students may choose to apply and not apply at that organization. And the organization may choose, because looking at the current projects, the internships, the portfolio that the students have uploaded there, the organizations have the option of getting in touch with those students directly also.
All right. That's something new which I got to know just now. Okay, one very particular question. Now, a couple of students have asked, so it means that it's a question and a valid question, that if I'm going for a 3rd year exchange program, so will I be valid for the placement there as well as here also, or only here in India?
If you're going there, then you're valid for then.
Like if I've gone for the 4th year exchange program,
then ideally when you pass out from the college, the placement cell there will take care of your placement. In case you want to come back to India and then look for a placement, you can hold us responsible for the 5 years that we said we will take care of you. And we will, because you are a Pearlite. Once a Pearlite is always a Pearlite, and we help you get a placement here.
So it means that they are eligible for double placement. One is in UK.
They're actually eligible for a placement abroad because they will be holding an international degree. And
the working visa as well.
Here as well. But here in India, it will be a 3-year diploma that they would have completed, and they will get placed for sure. And we will have a placement cell help them out to get a job here in India as well.
All right. So the curriculum which Pearl Academy follows is more of theoretical or more of practical or more of industry-based curriculum?
See, the curriculum is actually a mix. We emphasize less on theory, but at the same time, there is a lot of research that one has to do. So it is not, if you count that research in theory, then yes, we have a lot of theory as well. But there's a lot of research that the students have to do. Every student is excited that Pearl doesn't have examinations every year, and we don't. But at the same time, you will have to slog to pass, because there are projects given at the end of each year, and all of you will have to pass that project. Each student is assigned a mentor, and that mentor is a faculty. every faculty spends at least once a week a one-on-one with the student, wherein we look at how your projects are going, how your studies are going, are you facing any challenges, whether you would be assigned as a buddy system where one of your colleagues or a senior is assigned as a buddy to you so that you don't face challenges while you're studying at a longer duration here. And at the same time, the mentor ensures if he feels that before the industry, he needs to give you a few projects so that you get more industry experience. How fast, how slow are you coping up with the project? That is how the project goes. It is a lot more industry focused because as I said, the faculty is absolutely in touch with the industry and the norms are updated on a regular real-time basis. Here, we don't change a curriculum by putting an application and then waiting for the approval, and the next year or the next year or the next year there'll be a curriculum changes. The curriculum changes midterm also. I've seen that happening.
Okay.
If the norm changes, and we know that the industry is moving into, see, what I tell everybody is that, and that is what the faculty tell me, I don't tell everyone. They tell me that they're preparing students, if they're enrolling students in 22, they're preparing students for 2026. I can't be teaching them a 2022 curriculum and hoping that they will do well in 2026. Sorry, that's not the way we operate. We operate so that when you pass out in 2026, you're updated with 2026 norms and trends in the industry.
Okay. All right. So now my final segment, and after that we'll start taking questions from the student, is about the entrance examination. What is the pattern of entrance examination? And if a student, because see, most of the students will have their 12th first exam in the month of November or December, and the second exam in March. I don't think they will get hardly good time to make a very beautiful portfolio. So how important is portfolio? How important is interview, and what weightage the entrance examination hold in the complete process and the scholarship?
Okay, so let me make you understand the process first, and then I'll come on to the importance. The process is that there is a written examination, followed by a technical examination, followed by an interview. Okay, a written examination is, we call it as a GPT, which is a general proficiency test. A general proficiency test basically tests your learning, reasoning, calculative skills, which is for a duration of 1 hour, followed by a technical, which is for a duration of 3 hours. Okay, the technical round is called a design aptitude test. For a media student, it is media aptitude test. Okay, business students has to pass through a GPT alone. Post that technical test, then there is a interview which has to be taken by the student. The beauty of it is that all three carry weightage because they are not one after the other. There is no filtering which happens after round 1, after round 2 or round 3. Everything will get finished in 1 day. So you will give your test in the morning, you will give your technical exam by noon, and then you will give your interview by afternoon. And we will conclude and publish the results in the next 10 days. That is how the entrance examination happens. During the interview, portfolio is a must. We encourage students to carry portfolio because not to see how beautiful your portfolio looks. It is to see your progress as a student. This is a misconception, and I'm saying it out loud so that everybody can understand this. We are not looking at established designers or painters or sketch artists. No, we are not. If you're good at your sketching, that is an advantage. If you're not good at a sketching, that is not a disadvantage. Please understand, we are looking for students. Anything that we will gauge out of your portfolio is how good have you become from day 1 till now? What is your intent as a student? And what is your intent as a designer? How do you think is what matters and what we look for. We do not look for flashy and good portfolios. I've seen portfolios that Sumit has prepared, and we see a journey of a kid from the day he's come in and put up a pencil on a board till the last day. So that is the journey that we're looking for in a portfolio. And yes, a carrying out portfolio is always better because it helps us understand you much better. So you're still on mute.
Mute because kids are crying. All right. So I always suggest them that whatever drawing you are doing, so आप अपना progress chart बनाओ, learning diary बनाओ और दिखाओ कि progress कैसे की हो. Plus the extracurricular activities, sports, drama, music. Even if you are going to an old age home and you are doing it, so put everything in that. So because if you are going to a design college, colleges knows that okay, you must be good or inclined towards art, but they want to see the other side of the students, what you do apart from design and art. So I always suggest them, लेकिन ये तो आर्टवर्क के पीछे पड़े रहते हैं, सर मेरा 10 आर्टवर्क करवा दो. So आप अपने मुंह से बता दो, आर्टवर्क से ज्यादा जरूरी है to express yourself and who you are.
See, if you're already a designer, why would you come to a college? So we are not looking for designers. We are looking at students. Okay. So please carry what you have done. Even if you don't want to carry it physically, we are in 2022. Please upload your pictures, your videos, whatever work you've done, and share a link at the interview. Trust me, we are advanced enough to look at your link, open your portfolio, open your accounts, check your work, and we will give you, we will have an understanding and give you feedback right then and there.
Sir, I have a lot of my kids who have their own blogs. They are
Yes.
putting up things on their Instagram page and they're quite good. So I
Yes.
always suggest them that you can always keep on updating it because बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट क्या करते हैं, वो एक रात बैठेंगे और 20 काम एक साल का अपडेट कर देंगे, बस वही गलत हो जाता है. फिर प्रोग्रेस नहीं दिखता है, फिर वो दिखता है कि कैसे आपने एक दिन में सब काम कर लिया अगले दिन एग्जाम से पहले. Anyway, so it was enlightening. So okay, one अब ये क्वेश्चन आ ही गया. So how there are a lot of students who says that I want to do fashion design, but I'm not doing fashion design because my artwork is not good. So how important your sketching in fashion and communication, both the field?
It is not, absolutely. See, at the end of the day, your imagination is what matters.
Okay.
If you're able to foresee a garment that you want to make, when you close your eyes, you're there. If you can look at the garment with your closed eyes, you know what you want. How does it matter if you can draw it on paper or not? It does not. All the drawing is an illustration. We call it illustration, right, sir? Drawing is an illustration because it is also a medium to teach somebody what you want. Basically, the group of tailors that you're working with or the artists that you're working with, it is an illustration because you want to tell them, you're basically conveying your thoughts from your mind to the other guy who's going to stitch the garment. If you're doing it yourself, it really doesn't matter. But if you're just conveying it, you don't have to convey it in a straight line. Even if the line is a little crooked, he will understand. And you're there to guide him. So really, it doesn't make a difference.
So you want to say how you are communicating is more important and how you are illustrating is not. The most important thing is the communication.
Absolutely.
All right. So now students, it's open to you. If you have any question, just raise your hand and ask anything. Even if you have a question is very basic, that's fine. He's going to answer. पूछो जो भी पूछना है. आपके WhatsApp वाले क्वेश्चन तो मैंने पूछ लिए. अगर आपके पास कोई और क्वेश्चन है तो you can definitely raise your hand and ask. Until the time मैं सर से बाकी क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहा हूँ जब तक आपके हाथ रेज नहीं हो रहे. ठीक है. So okay, how many times we are expecting that Pearl will conduct the exam in the coming year, and how much it benefit the student to appear for the first cycle of the exam rather than the last? What all benefits they get if they sit in the December cycle and they are sitting in the June cycle?
So one of the biggest advantages is the scholarship. Okay, because the first exam, none of the scholarship seats have been taken. So it's a law of probability. Pearl offers scholarships every year. We call it the Who's Next scholarship, wherein along with the written examination, you have to fill in a statement of purpose. You fill in the statement of purpose, and during the interview, we will ask you questions for your scholarship. In case a scholarship is offered, we generally offer 100%, a few 100% scholarships, 50% scholarships, and 25% scholarships to students every year. We also have something called the merit scholarship, wherein the topper of each batch. And when I say each batch, I'm not talking about the entire 1,000 students who are studying at Pearl. I'm talking about the batch, which is the 25 students who are in your batch. So basically, a topper of each class gets a merit scholarship, and they get a 100% scholarship for the next year.
Okay.
Okay. So the advantage is that if you apply for the first cycle, you're able to understand and get more options of getting into a scholarship rather than at a later stage. We generally conduct 3 cycles in a year. One is pre-board, post-board, and one is primarily a PG cycle, which happens in June, July. Okay. Pre-board one is generally happens in December, January. Post-board is what happens in April. And one is a PG cycle, which happens for postgraduate students because they're done with their colleges by July.
All right. Okay. So one of my student, Preet Walia, is asking that how many and which fashion weeks do they have the collaboration with, or the students go to showcase their work? Is it limited to India or abroad fashion week as well?
Currently, it is India because it's Fashion Design Council of India. Okay, a Fashion Design Council of India is a 5-day event where all the top designers come and showcase their collections. Generally happens in the month of April,
March, April.
Wherein the students, and I would whoever's asked this question and everybody who's interested, I would love to invite you when the next offline event happens. We did the last one online. Hopefully the next year one will be offline, and where we will be able to see all the top designers showcasing their product. 2 days are reserved for the students of Pearl Academy to showcase their collections.
Yes, I have been there thrice. And
Yes.
It's one of the amazing experience we get. The other question is by Lakshita, is that, sir, the merit scholarship is offered in the first year of UG in Pearl, or it's being offered in every year?
No, Lakshita, it is the first year is who's next, because the first year is when you get inducted into Pearl. So you
Yes.
have to prove your merit. And since you're not studying with Pearl, I don't know your merit. So it is through a entrance examination that you get the first year scholarship. But for year 2, year 3, and year 4, the merit scholarship comes into play, where each batch topper has the option of getting a scholarship for the next 4 years. We've had students who've come on a merit scholarship, who's come on a entrance scholarship and has earned the merit scholarship 3 years in a row.
Okay.
Basically at 100% all 4 years.
All right. So if anyone has any question, you can ask me directly. I can ask to Anubhav sir. Okay. Now a few students have asked me a question which I should not ask you, but yes, I will surely ask that which campus is better, West Delhi campus or South Delhi campus? ये question सुन के तो मेरे कान पक गए.
Okay. So before I answer that question, I always give this example to everyone that there is a process that we follow each year. Okay. All our faculties go through a rigorous training and an examination for them to be considered to impart the education to kids. So all our faculties go through that, which is similar. But at the same time, there is a legacy attached to a few campuses. We've spent 28 years in Delhi. We spent about 16 years in Jaipur. We spent close to a decade in Mumbai. And we are very new in Bangalore. We spent just 2 years. This is the second year in Bangalore. Okay. Having said that, you will see the reason why we hear this, that A campus is better than B campus, is because there are so many mouths talking about it. Delhi has 28 years of students who have passed out from there. Jaipur has only 16, Mumbai is only 10, and Bangalore has none. Okay?
Yeah, I understand.
So do not go by what people say, because my deans of each school are the same for all campuses. Each
Right.
campus has a separate campus director. Each campus has faculties who travel to all the campuses to teach, while there are some dedicated faculties as well. So none of the ones are better or worse. It is just that there are many people talking about Delhi campus because it has 28 years of students talking about it. And similarly, if you look at infra, we try and keep up with the infrastructure at all the other campuses. Bangalore obviously is the latest one. It has the latest infrastructure. Mumbai is revamped this year. Delhi was revamped last year. South Delhi is new. Jaipur was revamped a year before. So
Yes. Yes, Ritika, you have any question? You have raised your hand and now, Ritika, you want to ask anything?
Yes, sir. I want to ask the collaboration of international colleges. Is it just for fashion designing course or other courses also?
it is for all the courses. As I said, Shivani has put up the link on the chat as well. There are there are universities which are offering programs in all disciplines. So it is not just fashion. So if I talk about, say, Nottingham Trent University, it offers fashion, design and marketing, marketing management, product design, graphic design, media production, animation, interior design. If I talk about Torrance again offers so every course that it offers you a bachelor's in design and bachelor's in business practice. Okay.
Right.
NTU offers fashion design, textile design, fashion business, fashion management, product design, graphic design, interior architecture design, media production, communication and culture. So everyone has a different set of degrees that they want, but it is for all courses. It is not very limited to fashion alone.
Okay. Okay, sir. Now I've got a bombardment of questions. So you have to answer quite fast because now we are left with 10 minutes. So question number 1 is I've already cleared. So when is the exam conducted? Sir has already cleared. Next question is from Mokshda, that whether the exchange program degree will be recognized in India for post-graduation. Yes, it will be recognized in India as well for post-graduation. If you're going for the 4th year exchange program, it will be totally valid degree, if I'm not wrong. Correct, sir?
Sir, all international degrees are, if we are talking about getting into a government institution, for that we are getting a DU or a MU degree, but for private institutions, yes, it is.
All right. The another question is from Ms. Anita, that any special program for communication design like Fashion Week for fashion design student? I think that all the students participate in Fashion Week and all the students showcase their work in Fashion Week. So Pearl Academy has a separate area to showcase their work. Yes, fashion design students have their own ramp show, but the communication student, product student, they showcase their work in the Fashion Week. In the dedicated area, Pearl gets in the Fashion Week, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, everybody does, but at the other end also, we have tie-ups with Viacom, we do Comic-Con, we do other events in which all the other students also get to showcase. We have the Pune Design Festival, the Kala Ghoda in Mumbai. So there are so many events that are happening across the year. You will still get to have all of these.
What is the total fees? What is the total fees? Tuition fees and hostel fees is separate. So, और अगर 100% scholarship होता है तो उसका मतलब क्या होता है?
अगर 100% scholarship होता है तो उसका मतलब होता है that the entire tuition fee is waived off.
Okay.
Okay. The fees is a component of tuition fee,
registration fees, library fees, all these things.
वो सब होता है, but the majority of the component is tuition fee,
Okay.
which gets waived off for the scholarship. Then there are registration charges, there is library charges, whatever, will still continue to be there.
So another question is from Ritanshi, that if we graduate from Pearl in India, will we be eligible for the placements outside India as well?
No, we can help through our partner institutions, but not eligible for it. Yes.
All right. Astha has asked that can we add photography in our portfolio? Yes, definitely. Photography, film, everything you can ask. You can. Lakshita has asked, sir, what exactly do we study in management? Also, like the placement in management is in the firms and other fashion business. And after doing a proper design course, we get placement in similar set of business and firms. What is the difference? So basically, इनका कहना है कि design और management कि जो प्लेसमेंट्स होंगे उसमें क्या डिफरेंस होगा और क्या हम सेम फर्म में एज अ मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट भी प्लेस होते हैं जहां हम एज अ डिजाइन स्टूडेंट प्लेस होते हैं?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, because we have a plethora of companies who come to recruit with us.
Okay.
If you're looking at managers, you get placed there as managers as well. But if you're looking at product designer or a communication designer or a jewelry designer, then obviously you get placed there as a jewelry designer.
All right.
Let me take you a very small example of Tanishq. So if you are a jewelry designer, you can get placed in Tanishq as a jewelry designer, right? But if you are a manager, maybe you can be placed as the manager for a Tanishq as well. And this is just top of the head of a brand that I thought of.
Okay. So everyone can copy the link Shivani ma'am has shared, because once I am done with the session, all these links will vanish. So if you have to copy paste in next 5 minutes, you can copy and paste these things. So Manasvi, not a great question to ask that how can we compare NIFT and Pearl, that I can answer you separately. But for now, I'm sitting with Anubhav sir from Pearl Academy. So I'll only restrict the question related with Pearl Academy. Yes, one more thing, sir. Suppose a student is doing a course in Pearl Academy West Delhi. Tomorrow they want to shift it to South Delhi or Bombay or say Bangalore. Can they move and shift in second and third year as well?
With a valid reason, yes.
With a valid reason,
It
yes.
should not be that I fancy, I want to study 1 year at each campus. But yes, if you're shifting, your location shifting, there are some genuine reasons. In 99.99% cases, we do allow students to shift their bases and campuses because there is no difference, but the fees applicable of that campus will be relevant.
Okay, one last question from my side is that if a student has joined for fashion communication and they want to move to fashion design in second year, how tough is to shift? Because fashion design, I think I have seen 50%, 60% students get the rejection in fashion design. So is it easy to move to fashion design if they have opted for fashion communication or interior or any other course, or
So
vice versa?
I'll explain the process is because, as we said, it is a test, a GPT followed by a technical test and a interview. Please understand, if you're from fashion communication, you would have given a MCAT and not a DAT. Okay, you've given a MAT, which is media aptitude test, while the others have given a design aptitude test. If you're looking at moving into a design field, then it is, the whole process is that you apply for a change. Your course leader from media school and your course leader for School of Design will sit and will understand that what is your need and how is it that you're looking at getting into a change. The School of Media course leader will explain your progress, because the first year is the foundation year, and based on your progress is when you will move on to the School of Design. I'm not saying it has not happened, it has happened, but it is a rare case that it happens where from a School of Media into a School of Fashion, or from a School of Business to a School of, generally it's the other way around. From a School of Fashion to a School of Business, I've seen a lot of changes. But from a School of Business to a School of Fashion, comparatively, the changes are less, but yes, they happen.
So it means that if a student is studying in the School of Fashion, they can interchange between the courses, what is being offered by School of Fashion. It's quite easy to change.
With a valid reason, yes, they can.
But definitely, if a student wants to shift the complete genre of the course, like अभी fashion कर रहे हैं, कर को management करना चाहते हैं, तो ये jump tough होगा.
Because there are a lot of students who don't understand what is involved in fashion designing. They don't want to stitch garments. They just want to manage the business. Yes, then they can shift to it. It is an understanding which gets more clear in the foundation year.
All right. So thank you so much. So I think you have cleared a lot of questions. I've recorded the session with again share it with you guys, and the forms of Pearl Academy will be out soon, and I'll inform you all that how to apply and when to apply, and we'll discuss further. And if you have any question left, Anubhav sir, Shivani ma'am, you can always email them their doubts and their question, and they are always available. Shivani ma'am, you can just write down the email ID where they can ask their queries, and they can.
Sir. I'm putting it in the chat box. This is for both myself and Anubhav sir. I'm putting the email.
So you certainly don't need my permission to speak with them. You can always connect them, and they are always happy to help you out. Because
in fact, I'm also leaving my contact number.
And sir, one more thing, if a student wants to come and visit Pearl Academy, is it possible now since everything is open? So is the campus open for visits?
The campus is open for visits. Anybody who wants, we have a dedicated team of counselors who are available at the campuses. Not every day, but I would request that if you want to go to a campus, get in touch with Shivani ma'am or Sumit sir or me. We will arrange so that there is a hassle-free visit to the campus.
Right, you can always drop me a message that you want to visit Pearl Academy. But definitely, we'll keep on doing the sessions with you. If you have a lot of questions come in, I'll request Anubhav sir to come once again for 20-25 minutes to answer your question. And thank you so much, Anubhav sir. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure, sir. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much, sir.
Guys, such a time you all are here and to take the question. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks.
See you all the best.
Thank you.
Bye.